You are listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast, a podcast by diehard fans for fans. Mark covers all things Penn State football and the Pittsburgh Steelers, as well as anything related to the sports and fitness world. Tune in weekly to listen to a couple of dedicated fans talk about these topics without filters. Thank you for listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast.
What's up, Penguin peeps? Welcome to the Mark Lesko Podcast. I'm your host, Jay Rod, and this is Penguin Central. Well, it is currently Tuesday. It's at 10:41 a.m. I am this close to being completely better, guys. I've been dealing with this for almost a month, and it's been absolutely terrible. But I am not going to let this illness slow me down and get to these guys, because there is a couple things to talk about. And my puck drop topic to start the episode off is going to be, is this getting too old? I mean, if you're looking right now at the roster for this Penguins team, I mean, I think we have to also dive into it in this way. Take a look at this. Sidney Crosby, he's 30, he's played 24 games, guys, but here's the thing. If we click on his name, do we see an age? He's 38. Now let's go back. Let's see Evgeny Malkin. I think you're going to see the trend we're going to start. He's 39. Erik Karlsson, 35. Manthea, I'm thinking 31. 31 years of age. And Chris Letang, I know he is 38. Yes, he is. And Shea is 28. I mean, I'm looking at all the guys that have played the most games so far this year. How old's Witherspoon? Is he in his late 20s? Yeah, 28. And Tommy Novak, 28. I mean, yeah, I think you guys will get the point here, but it's just, I feel as if what we need to focus on with the Penguins organization right now is, do we push for these younger guys to play a little more? Now, again, I'm recording this on Tuesday, so I just saw, if we just take a look at the recent game last night, let's see here, bring it up. We ran the box score. We won 5-1 against those Flyers. Oh, I just love knowing that we can beat them. I mean, yeah, Sid, of course, had 2 goals. Hayes had a goal. Tommy and Rust had a goal. How's Rust? Is he not in his 30s as well? Yeah, he's 33 years old. I mean, again, a lot of the guys that are doing anything are older guys. I think Hayes is 35. He's 33. Okay, I'm just saying. Still, I mean, what should pass 32? I think that, your hockey career should be like, all right, you've been in this league a long time. You've done it for at least 10, 12 years. I'm not saying that's not something you need, but, gosh, they rely so much on the veteran presence and players to be competent. I'm not saying that Dan Muse doesn't know how to run this team, but you start to wonder, is that a real priority in order for you to be winners? And for the most part, that does seem to be the case. I'm not saying you can't run with it, but it's a concern for me as a fan that they just decide that, yes, these legends with Crosby and Malkin, they can choose to, slow down whenever they feel like it. That's my opinion. I'm not saying that Manthea or Hayes or guys like that can't do it too, but I mean, they're not Crosby and they're not Malkin. They have to know this. And yet they are doing very good things for them. But, diving a little more into this game last night, see here, we go, Gamecast. I mean, yeah, you have Crosby doing with 2 goals. I mean, he didn't have assists last night. Wow, that's a rarity for him. Brian Rust had a lot of assists, and so did Carlson. Yeah, these guys had, of course, all the flashiness, and they just showed up. They definitely took care of business. I mean, in the third period, they just went berserk. And knowing that players like Malkin had 2 assists as well, Chris Letang even had an assist last night. Yeah, it's nice to know that they have these players still producing the way they do, but it's like, how do we know if we're going to be a better team in the future if we don't play the younger guys a little more than what they have? I just don't understand, bringing these guys up and having them just sit on the bench and watch. I mean, seriously, you can be a star player in the NHL at 20. You can. Even at 19. I think Sydney, what would that have been? I know they won the Stanley Cup when he was 22, but they were in the Stanley Cup when he was 21. So, I mean, yeah, it's very possible. Even at 20, 19 years old, you can pick your career up pretty quick. I mean, hockey works so much quicker than any other sport. I mean, it has to because of how fast you're running around that rink. I mean, or skating around that rink. It's just these players, for the Penguins in particular, I mean, if I look at the ages again, I'm just trying to see if they do have an option to do that. Yes, I want to see these young guys with the ages. Bring this up. Hold on. Wrong one. Well, Ben Kendall, he's 18 years old. Braz is 23. Hollander is 25. I mean, yeah, the active roster only has so many guys in their, early 20s. I mean, again, Kendall is just a child. I mean, he just became an adult. That's insane to know that I was a year out of high school when this guy was born. It's just, this is getting too surreal for me. But yeah, I feel like those players do benefit from sitting on the bench and watching, but I would like to see where exactly this team is going to go with the younger guys, because yeah, they definitely have a lot of questions moving forward after this season. After, I'm not saying this is the last year for them, but it definitely feels like they have done all they can with the trio, and who knows if Letang, Malkin, or Crosby will still be on the roster. I would like to think, if anything, both Malkin and Crosby, I mean, I don't want to pick on Letang, but it's like, I know that he has done some great things in his younger years, but I have had more headaches and inconsistencies with Letang than I have over Malkin or Crosby. I feel like those two men deserve to start and end their careers in Pittsburgh. Again, Letang is as much of a name as, the Flower, as Chris Kunitz. I mean, there's a lot of great names from the 2000s and 2010s that deserve to forever be known as a Penguin. He has done everything he can to say his name deserves to be up there. It does. But if you're asking me like where I think the legends stand, it's just, I think Malkin and Crosby are just a couple steps ahead of him. Sorry guys. But in the end, you're talking about trying to establish the season again. I mean, we did have that bad slump. I mean, again, once I was sick, it seemed like they decided to completely fall apart. I think they were 3-4-3 in their last 10 games, and they've won this last one yesterday. And yeah, so they're now 4th in the Metropolitan Division. So they're hanging around still. I feel like this team does deserve to be a playoff team. And with that being said, let's go to the empty net conversation with their upcoming games. So let's see here. So the next time they play, I believe that's Thursday against the Lightning, I think. Yes. So we have that. So they're playing the Lightning. They are 16-7-2. Yeah, they are a damn good team in their division. Let me just bring them up real quick. So, I mean, yeah, they're first in the Atlantic Division. Holy cow. And, yeah, their last couple of games, yeah, they are absolutely just running all over the place. I mean, geez, they have won 7 straight games. Woo! Okay, so predicting this one. I believe what we're going to see is Lightning are going to come out strong. They're going to probably score 2 goals in the first period. They're going to go up 2-0. And I think that we're going to score a goal, but they're going to score a goal. And it's going to be 3-1 after the second period. And then we're going to make it close, make it 3-2 with like 10 minutes left in the third. And then I think they're going to score another goal, make it 4-2. And then I think they're going to have an empty net goal, and they're going to beat us 5-2. I mean, they look too complete right now. Tampa Bay just looks like they're just not going to be shutting down anytime soon. So, unfortunately, I think that is a loss for us. Let's flip over to the Saturday game. I think that is against Minnesota Stars, Dallas. I think I'm wrong. No, it's Sunday. It's Sunday. It is Sunday. Yep, it's 6 o'clock game. 17-5-4. Goodness gracious, are they first in their division? No, they're second in Central. And, if I bring them up here again, you can see right there on the side here that they have lost 1 game in the last 6. And they play the Rangers, tonight, and then they play us on Sunday. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be the toughest part of the schedule. I mean, these 2 teams, they're playing some great hockey. I'm not saying that, once the season starts to get going some more, I know that we're supposed to be getting Reichel back by the end of this month, maybe by mid-month. I'm not sure exactly, but he's been out. They projected him to be out 4 to 6 weeks, and that was at the beginning of November, so it's been a month. So I feel like once we get a couple of key guys back, I think the Penguins will get right back into it and stay around 3rd, 4th in the Metropolitan and hopefully make a push. But, yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they handle themselves moving forward with these older guys. I mean, again, we're talking about 8 or 9 guys on the roster, but they are 8 or 9 important guys, and they're all over the age of 32. So I just feel like it's a long season. Can these guys maintain this? We're going to find out. And with that being said, guys, I'm good to go. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed the episode, and I will see you guys for next week's matchups. And until then, guys, let's go, Pens.